there is additional string interpolation concept that we will take a look at later in the course. Now, let's try to print something else. Let's say console.writeLine 1. It's a number. Then console.writeLine character. Let's say I want to print a single character. I'll say A, and then console.writeLine. Let's say 2.1. It's a decimal value, and we have already seen a string. Let's say my name. Okay, so these are some of the different type of data that we are trying to print. First is a number, second is a single character, third is a decimal value, and fourth is a string value. String is different from a character. Notice in character you have a single quotes to print it, and in case of multiple characters together you use a double quote. This is a standard. If you're trying to print more than one character, you use a double quote. If you're trying to print a single character, then you use a single quote. Let's run this code and see what it looks like. It can print any type of data you give it to. So console.writeLine is capable of printing any value, whether it is a number, a character, a decimal number. Okay, so since we are talking about different type of data, we have some primitive type of data in C#. They are character, integer, and float. Let me write it down. One is character. We call it char. Second one is integer numbers without decimal. And third one is decimal values. We call them as float. So these are different type of data. So character is a value which is a single character only. Integer is a number, positive, zero, or negative, whereas float is a decimal number with a dot in it. It can be also positive and negative. So, example of a character would be capital A or a small a, capital B or a small b. Integer would be 1, 2, 3, 4, anything, and a float would be 1.1, 2.1, or so on. So these are different format or type of data. Now let's jump on to